And rightfully so, that we need to talk out our desire, what's troubling us, and the things that need to be solutions. But some of the people never want to correct them, and never want to solution, never want to heal them. And when I think of those individuals, they remind me of a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. Scat cat. Where do I go from here? What do I think? How do I think? What do I run to? What do I run away from? Always being aware that where the mind goes, the energy flows. When we hold that in consciousness and hold that in thought, it's so much easier to just live the truth that we are and the love that we are. Each of us have a strong duty to bless the abundance of spirit. And we know the very nature of spirit is generous. We see what we've acquired here at the center that we've built, the community that we have built, the people that we attract, and the love that we share. That's all part of the abundance of spirit. We are wealthy in friendship. We're wealthy in love. We're wealthy in all of the attributes of spirit. And my friend Blanche, who was a Christian Science practitioner for 75 years, used to say, and she'd always chime in with this, "It is yours to use and enjoy, but never to hoard or to greed." So when we give our love away, when we share that love, when we allow it to be our true selves expressing, and when we honor one another, and if there's differences, respect those differences, that's all part of the shared path of goodness and light. When we offer our love and friendship, we share our personal inventory. That's the inventory of the good that we hold dear to, and share. And when we come from that openness, when we come from that giving estate of consciousness, we allow that good to be known and expressed and shared. We're reservoirs of consciousness. We're reservoirs of spirit. We're reservoirs of all the good that spirit has for us. And we come true to that by living it. Here at the Center for Spiritual Living Greater Chico, our connection to spirit is the basis for every activity, and the love of spirit is ever present. I don't know if you feel the way I do, that there's never a moment when I walk into this sanctuary, I walk into this center, and I'm here every single day, 7 days a week, but there's never a time that I come into this center that I do not feel the energy of spirit. I do not feel the energy that we have built collectively. And it is in the sacred space that I feel safe, fully supported, loved beyond an imaginative quality of anything, and I'm at peace. There's something about the wall colors, and they are serene green, that gives you that feeling. But besides the physical space and the attractiveness, we know that spirit resides. God is in this place. The will and the wise and the joyous spirit within me lifts me above any unpleasant condition. Always will and always has. I must recognize it. And speaking of happy, don't we have a happy one back there? There's something so special about that young voice. And knowing that we're just getting all we need to get from Louis today. Great, great. I allow and accept only favorable experiences and positive experiences to be mine. I have the choice to have other, but I choose the positive, the beautiful, and the good. My safety net of divine consciousness gives me the oomph to jump over the fence, to see the other side, and not rip the seat of the pants on a barbed wire fence. I have that distinct pleasure of jumping over. And when I reach the other side, I celebrate and recognize that the God in me recognizes the God in you. Today is a perfect time to ask yourself 3 questions. I'll do the asking, you do the thinking, okay? It's kind of a personal inventory, something that comes from your depth. No one's going to grade you. No one's going to see your test score. It's just for you. The first one that I have selected is, do I use humor and lightheartedness to lift my compassionate nature over the fence? The second, you like that humor. He's got that one down. Second, do I take situations and evaluate fairly and wisely? 3, do I choose to express from gratitude rather than from lack and limitation? And this is what I know about the first one. When we live and come from our compassionate side, we see things in fairness and just. We see things with laughter and lightness, the way that Spirit wants us to operate. And the second one, do I take situations and evaluate them fairly and wisely? Surely you do, because as you see them in the fairness that they are, there's non-judgmental living being done at that moment. And when you live from a non-judgmental state of consciousness, you're living your truth. And the third one, do I choose to express from gratitude rather than lack and limitation? Sure you do. We like to live in a prosperous world. We like to live in a prosperous time. And we enjoy expressing from gratitude. Scowls and wonderment and displeasure serves no purpose. Well, I know that you all answered yes. And you get an A. And you get to have fun. And we get to do fellowship. But you are all positive powered workers. Each one of you are powerful individuals. And you jump for joy, aware that you make a world. You make a world, and living in that world that makes a difference for everyone. That you are the catalyst for change. You are the impetus for knowing this newness that we're attracting and being. Is a world that works for everyone. There's peace and harmony, and every attribute of God is yours. Always has been, always will be. Turn to it. Jump for joy. Jump for joy. Since the weather is just about perfect, I think, I've enjoyed the last week or so. It's been great. And the daylight hours are longer. I'm liking that too. Time to spend on the deck, time to spend just in the yard, just looking at nature and seeing it. One thing I want to urge you to do is to start practicing your pole vaulting. And you have more time to do it. Set the bars at attainable heights. And you'll discover and recognize the power within you. And as you do that, nudge yourself to just up it just a space, just a skosh. Up that bar, up that, so that when you jump, you really jump and you express. And you express that joy that is within you. And when you land on the other side of the fence, I'm knowing that there is a whole bunch of applause for you because you have hit the goal that you have desired. Reminds me of this joy stuff. There used to be a commercial, and some of you wisdom-filled people will remember joy in a bottle beats anything in a box. So I'm knowing that joy within you is always apparent. Always apparent. As a new week begins, and today is the first day, your future unfolds in divine ways. I'm absolutely certain that the royal road to cosmic consciousness carries you to a sterling serenity, that your life is infused with a joy and a peace and a power, comfort in knowing that is always yours. This is the truth that I know for you, that you claim your joy. You claim your joy. You live your joy. You are your joy. So in conclusion, I say, jump with joy. Gee whiz, joy is forever at your center. And my lesson ends